Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a wear test of the Lawless foundation, and this is called the Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. I got it in the color 2F, and here is the bottle. I'm holding it quite slowly because I want you to see, one, how liquidy it is and how much product I have used with 3 pumps. That's what that looks like. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Let's get into the application. I'll check in later with how it is that I'm going throughout the day or night, because it is currently 6 p.m. Alright, so this is the foundation we are testing today. I did order food, so I'm gonna try to just speed through my makeup so that I can go and pick it up. Whenever I tested this, as soon as I picked it up, I was sort of not impressed by it on its own. So I'm going to use a primer to kind of help maybe level it out and make it look a little bit nicer. And the one that I am using is by Urban Decay. I'm going to have everything linked down below in case you are interested in any of the products that I use here today. I do have hyperpigmentation, so I have in my chin, on my cheeks, right here, my forehead, a little bit right here, as well as here from breakouts. So we're gonna see how well this covers. The box says that 100% showed increased hydration after using for 8 weeks in a row. This is very liquidy. I don't think this is gonna last 8 weeks, which would be 60 days. If you're putting on makeup every day, I don't think you'll see the difference. 96% of the people who used it said that it provided perfect amount of coverage. Now it doesn't say, okay, so it says that this is based on 33 subjects. And 90% of the people who used it said that the skin looked immediately smoother, which, wow. It is designed for a 12-hour wear with high-performance skincare ingredients, offer hydration, control oil, and deliver an undetectable second skin finish, ideal for combination in acne-prone skin. It's non-comedogenic, fragrance-free, and vegan, formulated without oil, parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. So, sounds perfect. We'll see. Also, I do need to wash my makeup brushes, but I think they'll be fine. So I am going to take 1 pump onto my brush, and that is actually a lot. This should be enough for my entire face. So let's get the show on the road. Okay, so this is with 1 pump, and it does look very natural on the skin. Now, for me, I would need another pump because I'm not happy with the coverage that it has delivered, but it's pretty natural. I mean, it gave me some color and it did cover my dark circles some bits. So I'm just gonna take a dirty beauty sponge and kind of just stipple whatever is on there. And it is dry, so it might pick up some of the product, but that is okay because I'm gonna be using a second pump. Not bad, but I am noticing that I need to do my eyebrows so badly. Pump number 2. I'm gonna come up a little bit close. It is accentuating some areas that I didn't even know were dry. Like I have like some dry flakiness on my cheek area, and then obviously here because of my breakout. Hyperpigmentation, it didn't really cover because I still have this that's very profound. Also, my neighbors do have music out, so I'm hoping you can still hear me just fine. And I do have this one right here too that is a little bit profound still in color, and this one obviously I expect that even with the foundation that I use on a regular basis. Actually no, because the makeup I had on yesterday, it was good. So I don't know. This is for someone who likes light to medium coverage. I am more of a full coverage girly. It is buildable, yes, but I did 1 pump whenever I swatched it on my hand the day that I showed the unboxing. I did 2 pumps today with me showing you the first impressions, I guess like the actual wear test, and we're down a lot for 2 uses. I don't see this product lasting 8 weeks. I just don't. I'm gonna cover it before more product starts evaporating or something. And I'm gonna continue on with my makeup. Again, I'm gonna link everything down below in case you're interested. All right, I do have powder on now and I can see more dry patches on my skin. This was something that I noticed whenever I did like swatch it on my hand. I noticed how it accentuated anything like crevices and like pores and things. I am not a fan, I will say. I'm gonna go pick up the food. I'm gonna look at some reviews and maybe change my mind on this foundation. I'll be back to finish my makeup, and I'm back from picking up the food. I left at 5:05. It is currently 5:31. Can you see that? In that time, I feel like the foundation has like warmed up to my skin, and I feel like right here, like my smile lines, it looks a little bit more leveled. But I don't know, like I did watch some little YouTube shorts on it and a lot really do like it, but I am like so surprised by how many reviews this has and that are like overwhelmingly great, which fantastic, right? But Sephora has 393 reviews and the foundation is rated 4.6 stars with 93% of the reviewers recommending it. It does feel like it's drying out my skin a little bit. So maybe my skin is not as combo as I thought it is. Maybe I'm more on the dry side. Now remember, this did say that it is suitable for controlling oil and also for combination acne prone skin, which acne prone skin tends to be oily. It does look like it oxidized on me just a little bit, and again, I haven't had it on for too long, but that's kind of good because this color was a little bit too light in my opinion to begin with, and the next color up was just too deep. That's not necessarily a con whenever it comes with this one because of my complexion. Anyways, I'm just gonna do something simple, nothing too fancy. So here's the makeup. It's currently 6 p.m. It doesn't look bad. It warmed up to me a little bit, and I don't think it looks too bad with like my coloring. You tell me. With everything on, it looks better, but we'll see how it wears. I'll be back. I am back. It is 10:16, and technically speaking, my foundation has been on since 5. So it's been 5 hours, and it looks really nice. Really, really pretty, and very, like, you can definitely tell that I'm wearing a makeup. Like, it's not like my skin, and I do have a little bit of oiliness peeking through. I did put highlighter, but it's like I didn't put highlighter on my forehead, and that is greasy. I mean, oily, not like a hot mess. But the makeup, for the most part, it is intact. Because it is late, I am tired, so I will be calling it a night. Tomorrow, I would try to do it again for like a longer day, and then just kind of like check in here. Not necessarily like do my makeup on camera, but just do like a longer check-in to see how it progresses throughout the day. Right now, my issue with this is the color. It's not too bad. Like, it's very close to my neck. Actually, my neck is actually wider, but it's not too bad, but it's just a tad bit light. I think 3F might be too dark. I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, oh, well, you're almost done with it. Maybe like another 2 weeks and you'll be done with it. Like, imagine. So if I went down this much in 3 pumps. So this is day 2, day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. About 25 days of wear. That is... Why does that sound like a ripoff? 5 hours in, it's still intact. So like if you have a part-time job or something that's, you know, short, like 5 hours, that you need to be like in presentable mode, then it'll be fine. In close-up on my dry patch, it's accentuating that. My cheeks look probably the best. Like, the makeup looks very melted there, but one thing I did use there is my Hourglass diffuse powder. That could be something that is contributing to that. Finishing powder in Dreamlight. So that could be something. I mean, I did kind of like put it all over for like whatever was remaining on the brush, but I didn't use it as a setting powder by no means. So yeah, all of this looks like dry. Like, here is where you can see like all the makeup like in my mouth area, right? And then this looks pretty, the nose looks pretty, the forehead looks okay. I guess I have more like lines in my forehead. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I can do a close-up, but I mean, I have like a lot of flakes from my mascara and whatnot, but might need to pluck a hair or two. So yeah, nothing has rubbed off. I actually haven't been like intentionally trying to rub it off, and I guess I can give you a test on like the transfer. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. It does not look bad. Here's the Kleenex. I'm literally gonna hold it like this. Here's my other hand. Nothing and nothing. So I'm literally gonna do this with one hand and see whatever transfers over. And I know this looks very goofy, but like if you're in the dressing room, you're not intentionally getting makeup off that shirt you're trying on and taking off. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, there's a tiny bit. You probably won't see it because of the light. There's a tiny bit here, and then again, like in the creases of the tissue, like whatever was poking out more towards my face. Let me see, can you see it? Like right in there somewhere. But basically, nothing really came off. Now let me see, does my makeup itself look like I smeared it? I should have probably tried crying to see like how waterproof it is. Oh wait, I have my toner here. I'm gonna spray this to see what happens. You can technically spray this over makeup and it'll just refresh it, but at least we can see how water sits, like if you are crying, you know. Let's just wait for the water to settle. Also, I was looking at Sephora, and Sephora has a ton of these shades. Literally a ton. It has 3, 6, 7, 8 times 4, that's 24, and one more. It has 25 different colors. My Sephora didn't have all these colors. That should be enough. Let's say we already got happy. We're not crying anymore. I don't see water. I guess it's cry proof. I don't know. Some dryness. I'm gonna touch it. I mean, some came off, but that's like mainly my highlighter. And my nose looks rubbed off. Can you see that? But not like it's missing makeup entirely. Can you see like that line? But, all right, I'm gonna go take off my makeup, so. If you have a flaky mascara and you try to take it off, just don't dig your finger into your makeup, because you will pick up the makeup if you see that little spot right there. If I don't get to do this again tomorrow, I would say it's a good foundation, not the best or my favorites, but hopefully I am able to come back tomorrow to give you a different day and perspective. And I'm also not going to wear my primer. So it'll just be moisturizer, this, and pretty much like the same powders and bronzer. Maybe not the same blush, maybe a different blush. For the most part, same technique except the primer part. So, I don't know, but I'm going to bed. So it is day 2, and I have actually been wearing my makeup with this foundation for 6 hours now. And the only thing that I'm really seeing is the way it is separating in my chin. It's like really showing my pores through. Is kind of, if you look at the rest of my face, it looks perfect. But my chin is separating a little bit more than I would like to. But my cheeks look fantastic. My forehead, I mean, I do have some texture, so I can't say it's the foundation accentuating that, by no means. I think overall, like my cheeks area is where the foundation looks the best to me at the moment. Still, overall, it doesn't look bad. It still looks good. I think it's holding up quite nicely, except in my chin. I will do another check-in later in the day towards the night, because it's actually only 4 p.m. So maybe about 7 or 8 p.m. we shall see. But I'll do another check-in before I'll do like my final thoughts on what it is that I actually feel about the foundation after a long day of using it. I know I'm wearing makeup, but it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that, so that's a little bit of a plus too. Before I forget, for today's makeup, I did not use a primer, and I did not use my Huda Beauty pink powder that I used underneath. I just used my iconic London powder all over my face. So those are two main things, other than like my eyeshadow and blush, that are different from yesterday's makeup. So I think that might be key too. So far, if I was out and about, I wouldn't hate it. Like I mean, I'm fine. My chin is a little concerning, but everything else, I'm fine. So, I'm tired. It is currently 7:47 p.m. and I was done with makeup like around 9:55, 9 something. It's been on for 10 hours, and I think that's a good enough test to be able to say whether like yes or no. And I have not touched up or anything like that, and also my shirt keeps opening. But I do have combination skin, and it is showing. If you get up close to me, like if we were sitting next to each other, obviously you know that I'm wearing makeup. I mean, it wouldn't look bad. It still looks like skin. Obviously I am like oily right now, but I don't know what happened to my chin. My chin is like, the makeup disintegrated there. I have no idea what happened there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try this foundation again tomorrow, but without doing the concealer and the color correcting under my eyes, because I feel like I put that on and then I kind of drag the product a little bit down, and that might be helping. Oh, and I also put it in my forehead. That may be helping the performance of the actual foundation look pretty, because I didn't put any of that in my chin, and my chin is like, it's falling apart on its own. So like right here, I know I did not like drag down my concealer. I dragged it down maybe like up to here, and so basically like a good part of my cheek down is the actual foundation plus my blush, and I actually didn't use bronzer today, and my powder, my iconic Linden powder. That's everything that I have here. This and my chin. It would be a good test of how the foundation actually performs. And then same story over here. Yeah. So where I don't have that, it looks a little bit more dry, like where I'm saying right here. So comparing this to like where I know I have the concealer and the color corrector on, which would be like my forehead and like that top part of my cheek, those parts do look a little bit better. But yeah, I'm gonna come forward and then I'm gonna do the powder, just in case you are someone who powders. I don't really retouch my makeup. I let it be. And if it's like too oily and I know I'm not going home soon, what I'll do is I'll just take like the back of my hand and I'll just press it, and that is it. Like, I don't really touch up my makeup the way you probably should touch it up. But yeah, let me come forward. I'm gonna turn off my ring light so you can kind of see. How do you see my face? Probably very orange, but at least it'll control like the oiliness that you see on the camera, which it is what I feel in person. But in person, it still does look very nice. Just my chin. I don't know what's happening there. Let me turn this back on. I'm gonna do my powder in my forehead, and then I'll do it with a little sponge in like the cheek area or wherever else is oily, as well as in my chin, to see how it works, how the foundation reacts adding powder so many hours later. Like, does it move it, does it not? So just my brush, and I'm just gonna tap, and just that's, and I'm just going to brush it through right here. Like, you can kind of see it separating just a little bit more. Like right here, you can kind of see like my fine lines a little bit, but who's gonna be looking at my face like that close? Like, I have my mirror here, and at that distance, I still look flawless in my forehead. Okay, now taking my little sponge and treating this as like a powder touch up to go. Let's start with my chin. And we're not looking at the color because, again, this is the only pressed powder I have. I tend to like loose powder foundations, or loose setting powders, I should say. My chin looks a little less horrible, but I'm still not a fan. All right, let me do my cheeks. So I'm just seeing the way I feel about my chin and how it accentuates my pores down there. My pores on the side of my nose, on both sides, this side more than this side. And I don't know if I want to show you because it's a little bit gross, but they are accentuated at like a 10x magnitude that I am not prepared to show. What is that? I think I would prefer not touching up, but it didn't do too bad. Like, I just put it here. I did not put it over here. I don't know if I want to put it on that side. It looks airbrush, but this is also a blurring powder. It's meant for the under eyes, right? So keep that in mind. But the powder is doing its thing. If I had to touch up, I think I might prefer doing it with a brush because it looks more just like natural. Now you do see more separation. This does make it look a little like it gives it more hours to your makeup in a nice soft touch way. So it is better, but for natural perspective, because it is so late in the day and obviously you gotta shine, I think I prefer the brush for a more natural look. It still looks like it took me back in time maybe a good 3 hours. So powder, no powder. And I'm just gonna show you. It's kind of goes. It's basically this down here, like the pores, magnified here. And then right here is the powder with the brush. It's not a bad foundation. I don't know. I don't like how it's settling here. Like, this is my problem area. And yeah, I think I like the dewy side better than the one where I did put the powder on. I know they're there. I know. And it's only natural. But I have pores over here too, and they look fine. Do you know what I mean? I have pores up here and they're a little bit questionable, but they're okay. My only issue with this is the color range and the consistency. Like, I feel like I'm gonna finish this in like 2 weeks, and I don't do my makeup every single day, so it's probably gonna be closer to about a month, which is probably not bad. But I think like whenever I did my makeup almost every single day, a bottle of foundation could last me like a good 2 months, 2.5 months sometimes. And I tend to like liquid foundations. I don't really use like powder foundations or like the pressed cushions, like the tinted moisturizers. That's not me. I'm gonna try it tomorrow for the last day, just the foundation, no primer, no concealer, no color corrector. I am gonna use a setting powder because I just have to. Well, maybe I can do half of my face and then the rest not. The shade's not my favorite. This ain't my favorite either. So maybe like a 3.7. Yeah, 3.7. So I do want to thank you so very much for spending a little bit of your day with me. If you have any questions, please let me know what that is down below. If you have an experience with this foundation or anything that you would like to share with this foundation, please let me know. I hope that you have a good evening, day, or whatever time of the day it is for you, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.